All right, last video of the day. Then Cappy's gonna switch in his pajamas and go to bed at 7:30, or at least get in my pajamas at 7:30. All right. A while ago, a guy has said, "Have you ever listened to Taylor the Fiend?" I don't even know what that is. Taylor the Fiend. Is he fiendish? No, he's a digital vampire. All right. And so this guy says you should watch it because I guess it's a thing now where young girls cry, literally cry sometimes, or post their complaints and whine and complain and literally sob about their dating lives. And the website, the YouTube channel, Taylor the Fiend, who he's a person obviously, but his avatar is a anime vampire that he uses instead of his real face, and he takes clips of thousands, maybe millions of young women where, and there's seemingly no limit to them, where they just complain about their dating lives, sometimes crying, but always, I got stood up. I'm a single mom. Why can't you men handle? I mean, all the tropes and stereotypes where I say, that's just scraping the bottom of the bucket. That's just you're peering into the abyss. Not all the girls are like that. I refuse to believe all the women are like that. Well, he'll occasionally send me one of the Taylor the Fiends, and I won't lie. If I'm in a mindless mood, I don't want to think too heavy, I'll watch or tune in, and I'm like, it's like the Chinese in Korea. There's no limit to it in the Korean War. That was an educational reference for those of you who don't know anything about the Korean War. Like they just kept coming and coming and coming. So as you know, I like to know. All right, is this the real world or is this just the internet? This cannot be that common. You can't have your average. They must now you look in the real tears, well, as real as women's tears are. Some of them are visually upset. They're really sobbing. I'm like, okay, well, I believe that performance. Some of them are very angry because the guy stood them up or this or that. But I couldn't. There was a piece of the formula missing. I couldn't fully believe it because I'm like, they can't be this dumb. These girls cannot be this dumb to be going online live with their own face, whining and complaining about their dating lives. Not because they don't have a legitimate grievance, not because they don't have a legitimate complaint, because I'm looking at them and I'm like, do you realize what an idiot you're making yourself look like? You're posting your L's for the whole world to see. But the biggest, or the not the biggest, the most common one is, again, I think, no, it's got to be an act. The tone deaf single mom who's overweight and saying like, "Well, I got stood up again," or "These guys, they don't know what they're missing out on," and then I'm the queen, whatever. And you're like, what? Huh? Do you not know how embarrassing you are making it? How embarrassing you are right now? Like, just what an idiot you look like. Crying? I mean, guys can't cry, period. We can't cry on the internet, even more so. But these girls just crying about essentially guys rejecting them. And so I said, no, this cannot be real. This cannot be true. So as an economist, you got it. Not always is the data, the clear, empirical, precise, measurable data you want available. Sometimes you got to infer. Sometimes you got to get clever. Sometimes you got to think, well, what would be a good substitute, or what would also indicate? And you get your resources. You get your sources. You're like a 1930s film noir detective. You got your guys. So I say, I know some youngins. I know some kids under 25. And I said, hey, you young guy under 25, I know. Do you do TikTok? He's like, yeah. I said, are these girls who are crying and sobbing about their love lives, is that real? Are they doing it for attention? That's another angle. Are they doing it for attention? Or are they just truly that dumb and stupid, not realizing just what an embarrassment they are to themselves, putting and sobbing and crying and essentially showing how they got rejected, being tone deaf to, I remember one, oh my God, I'm starting to think it might have, like, she was crying. She couldn't find a guy. She met a guy and went on a date, and he said she's really nice, but this is like 6 months after the fact. I'm beginning to think it has something to do with my weight. Meanwhile, she's 250 pounds and like 5'3". I, I, if I had daughters, I would immediately, I don't care how old she was. I don't care if she's an adult. I don't care if I'm a libertarian. I would drag her ass back home. We're sitting down. What the F is that? And I'd be like, nope, you're taking it down now. That's mine. You don't, then you're out of the freaking family. And I will put you up for adoption and you can sign for emancipation papers. You will not embarrass yourself, let alone the family like that. I'm confused. I'm flummoxed. I'm perplexed. I say, do they really put this up there not knowing just what utter freaking morons they look like? He's like, oh yeah, all the time. Like, matter of fact, like, what do you mean? Yeah, all the time. And so how did it work? He told me that on TikTok, you need to use your phone. And if you have their phone number, like you exchange phone numbers or you text, you could go on TikTok, find her TikTok channel with the phone. And he says, and you look them up, it's like, I guess it was the majority, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. It wasn't all, but it was a majority. It's like, yeah, all the time. They're crying and sobbing about their love life online, in public. He's like, yeah. And it was one of the, I still have a hard time believing it. And they say, hey, you see the latest one from Taylor the Fiend? Oh, so I don't get it. I'm busy and I'm a single mom. And these guys just don't seem to understand. Now, this puts me at a little bit of a, not a paradox. I know the way it's going to go, but an impossible situation. There is an objective, clear, obvious thing gone wrong. This is without any confusion, there's no debate about it. Your girls are screwing up. You're screwing up. You should not be doing this. And so the paradox of the quandary I face is to tell you girls to please stop embarrassing yourself. This is not old fuddy-duddy old man Cappy. Oh, you're in at the clouds. You girls should stop being naughty. No, you're embarrassing yourselves. I hope to God you take it down before 5-10 years pass. You are making yourselves look stupid. And you just shouldn't be doing this. There is no way this is helping you. None. Even if it is for the vanity of attention. All right. I don't know. Talk to a therapist, talk to some friends, talk behind closed doors. This is not something you should be putting online. Absolutely not. The paradox is that you're not going to listen to me. I could be an old fuddy-duddy man. I could just be a pissed off Gen Xer, but you're not going to listen. Because if anyone figured out how to get you girls to listen to what is good for you, and so you don't embarrass yourself, and you might have a shot at having a productive, happy, or content future in life, they'd be trillionaires. They would. Wait, I got this secret. I figured out how to prevent girls from just crippling themselves financially for majoring in dumb degrees. I have figured out the magic words that'll prevent girls from majoring in dumb crap. And instead take the money and invest in a 401k plan. What is it? Idiocity oop. Oh my God, those are the magic words. So I don't have the magic words to get you to stop doing this horrifically hurtful thing that you're doing to yourselves right now. All I can ask you to do is please stop doing it because unbeknownst to you, you're embarrassing yourselves. You are also coincidentally ruining the reputation of younger girls. I know here comes the you tell me. Well, shut up. I'm not the one crying on the internet. You are embarrassing yourself and women, young women in general, where it's like this is starting to become the reputation. We have to say, what are American women like? Oh, here's TikTok. Ah! But I have the so there. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to bang my head against this wall too much. I already took 2 good whacks of my head against this wall. I'll leave it up to you. I don't know if it's a attention fix you get. I don't know if there's an actual serotonin or dopamine hit that you get from doing this. You obviously don't have your dads around. I'm not your father. But link below is, of course, called The Dad You Never Had through Teachable. Maybe you might be interested in it, but on a more serious note, please stop. Please stop doing this. That's about it. I'd love to see in the comments section, like, is this, tell me this isn't as pervasive as I think it is. Tell me this isn't normal. Where's the videos like, hey guys, today I'm gonna make lemon bars and just wear a nice dress. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Today I had a really great date with Johnny. He took me here and we walked the dog and we skipped rocks in a pond. Can I see that? Hey guys, I just finished my calculus theorem that optimizes velocity against some other variable. Oh, you're right, Big Shell. I know. I just couldn't believe it's happening. Some of them are real, and it's so freaking widespread. Like they don't have any social net. They don't have their dads. They don't have someone to. They don't have the common sense not to do it. Would you please stop pissing into the hurricane? I gotta. This one I just have to say. At least I tried. See, then that way, like you never gave a damn. There's that video where I tried to tell a generation of young girls to stop airing the dirty laundry on the internet. I'm just wondering if there's any comments here, like, oh yeah, it's too, yeah, it's a hot mess. Yeah, Sarah, you're the only gal in here. Athel met a girl, and I mean, is this real? Is that real? Is that what girls are doing? Yeah, I understand there's an attention component. I get that, but how tone deaf do you have to be? How dumb do you have to be, or how addicted to attention do you have to be to make a stupid mistake like this? And I'm no big Ward Cleaver guy. I'm not. Embarrassment for attention is a low price to pay for women, I guess. Hen Clogs, what book was she reading, Cappy, and where? That one. I don't know. I was far away. I was a good 10 yards away from her, so I couldn't tell what book I was going to ask. I'm like, what are you reading this book? Why are you reading this book in this particular environment? And she yelled at me like enough that other people around were like, whoa, so I wasn't in the minority. So I didn't get close enough to find out, and I didn't want to find out. Engagement of what makes the whole thing work. I just want to see if you guys have any, because I got very limited info on it. Oh yeah, I know, Tomo. I'm not. They could do whatever they want. I guess what is shocking to me is not even the act of what they're doing, but what it says about just how truly stupid these people are. And if this is commonplace, it means people, the commoners, are way more dumb than I even thought they were. And I did not have a high opinion of people's intelligence in society right now. And so I got to know, has it come to this point that young girls, the majority, think it is a good idea to go online and cry about their private love life and make themselves look like fools? Is that the average intelligence, effective intelligence I'm dealing with right now? And I say effective intelligence because it is obvious not a single one of these girls have the dads. It is very plainly clear. That's why I created the class, right? But that affects their effective intelligence, not the real intelligence. They are smarter than this. You could not be this dumb. So if you had the right environment and the right education and your dad around, you would not do this. And it's not because your dad would ban you. Your dad would have instilled like, "Hey, this is you etiquette, decorum, that kind of, oh yeah, thanks, dad. I won't do that." So and I don't care about what real intelligence is, because that's not what you deal with in the real world. You deal with people's effective intelligence. And this effective intelligence is damagingly low. So I mean, yeah, you have the freedom to do really stupid stuff, but I that now means if this is true, if this is the normal everyday girl, if this is common, if this is acceptable, then I need to account for that in my expectations of society and my interactions with the rest of society. I mean, it's good news for me. The more and more chaos and mental illness and sadness that occurs, the more people are going to need asshole consulting in my books and my courses and my classes. Like, here's the real world. Well, maybe I gotta maybe I gotta buy more crypto. Maybe I gotta go get more food. Maybe I gotta go buy more irrigable land uh overseas. Hand clogs $2. Must be an emotional IQ too. Emotional IQ isn't a thing. Hand clogs $2. It must be an emotional IQ 2 book. Is that it? Do we catch up with them? All right, there you go. That's it. All right, link below. You girls obviously don't have your fathers. Please take the course below. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.